Hey, welcome back to the shop. So somebody on Facebook who's building their own shop asked for shop tours and videos and pictures, as well as descriptions of how you set stuff up. So I really like the way this is set up, so let's go on a little bit of a tour. I figured I'd run this on a YouTube video and post it over to Facebook. The first thing is, double doors. I wanted double doors to be able to open wide to bring big stuff in, and that was certainly true for the planer and the big woodworking bench. Second thing is, here's my main chop saw. It's a old Craftsman radial arm, and it works great. And because it's here in line of the door, I can actually bring in pieces as long as I want. I keep right behind the door. I keep a roller stand. These are cheap from Harbor Freight, and I've got a bunch of them. So that means that I can put, a stand down here and bring long stock in, sit it on the roller, and cut it to length. My floor is still just plywood, so I tend to be a little bit liberal about screwing things to it, and one of them is this. This was a stop for the radial arm so that I could have long pieces, and it's just screwed to the floor with a 45 brace, and then there's a bunch of obviously I've been doing a lot of work in here. There's a lot of scrap, and I've actually been using this scrap as much as I can, but it's going to start going in the fireplace now that it's mid-October, mid-late October. So then the second thing is central island here, where I've got table saw, 6-inch joiner, bandsaw, and an assembly table that also works as an outfeed table for the table saw. That way I can, push stuff straight across, and if you can see, I have another roller stand sitting over here. That right now it's set to the same height as this outfeed table. So I was pushing long pieces. Actually, I was the door that I'm working on. You can see those tall pieces standing over there. I needed to trim their width. So I needed to be able to run that across the table saw out here all the way out to the roller. So this central island works really well. I'm really liking it. I tried to make everything as much as I can pretty much the same height, but that was just generally dictated by the table saw. I'm still running, you see extension cords on the floor. I'm still running kind of janky power. This is just tapped from this is the outside of my existing garage, where we took the vinyl off, and I've tapped one of the sockets over here. So I can't put a lot of strain on that, but then this extension cord that runs out the door is actually a dedicated 15 amp line that actually is outside. So then on the right hand side I have drill press. My air compressors are currently sitting here. My hollow chisel mortiser. This new table I just literally installed 15 minutes ago. This table is where that CNC machine is going to go. This is a really nice unit that I got secondhand, and I'm going to put it to good use here very shortly. So it's going over here, and that'll give me this whole work table to get kind of cleaned up. Adam Savage uses a concept he calls first order retrievability, and that is basically when you want a tool, you want to be able to walk to that tool and pick it up. And that's what I did with my DeWalt drills and battery chargers. I always have them in this order sitting right here. The batteries are always sitting on the chargers charged. My impact driver's right here with a battery on it. I just took it out, but that means that I can always walk up here, grab the tool I need. It's always there. The batteries are always charged. These little plastic tool holders and battery holders are cheap. They're on Amazon. Definitely, if you have either, these say M and D. These are Makita, I think. So this is Makita and DeWalt. So the tool holders work for either. I think the battery holders are specific, and you get like a dozen. So I've actually got spares of those. Other things that I have right here at the front are my tool belt is hanging right here, so I always know where my framing hammer is, and the rest of the, the tools right there in my tool belt. And framing square and speed square are hanging right here by the door. Some of this other stuff is kind of arbitrarily in here at the moment. My glues and stuff are up here on little shelves. I've been kind of playing with building shelves and understanding how to use the French cleat system. All these are on French cleats. This is all French cleats, so it just comes up. This shelf is all on French cleats. Here's all my nails and screws. Obviously, that shelf is a little small. And then I just have wrenches and vice grips and sheet metal shears and all that kind of stuff sitting up here on this shelf. This is a cabinet that just came out of my my kitchen. We decided we didn't want any in here anymore, and that's all the finishes and wax and grease and oil and stuff like that. So all those things are sitting up there in a cabinet, and that's hung on a French cleat. So that's just literally hung up there. If you can see it back there, that old tool belt was my stepfather's. His name was Mick. So I have his kind of hanging in memoriam. You can see this dustpan. It says, "Michael's dustpan, please don't throw away, and whistle while you work." This was Mick's dustpan, so I keep that. Actually, I sprayed that with a clear lacquer so that it won't get messed up. That little DeWalt planer's for sale. I just got this big jet, and it's 220, and I don't have 220 in here yet, so I can't even use it. So then I have a pretty good sized work area here. It also lets me set up a camera, have a little bit of a distance from the big workbench. The workbench I bought off of eBay from a guy in Harper's Ferry, and this thing is the workbench I really, really wanted. This is one solid block of oak. I have no idea how old this is. It's all just put together with pegs. There's no metal attachment points on it. All the legs are pegged in. You can see right here, that's just a peg. So I can actually take it apart and put it back together, make new pegs, and hammer it back together. So it's all just, it's all oak. Some of the parts are a little bit new, but it's obviously been reworked over the years. This is the only piece in it that's not oak. That's a piece of pine, of some sort, pine or fir. And then the saws, obviously that's not a permanent home, but I like them at hand. Right here, again, that's that first order retrievability. And as I'm going across the tool wall, I've built these various things into these shelves and built these holders so that, you know, the thing that I want is always right at hand. I just have access to my number 5 planes, spoke shaves. Just bought a nice shop brush. It's just woodcraft. It's I did take the finish off of it and make it an oil finish instead of that shiny, sticky lacquer. And I've done some specialty hanger here with this shelf, for instance, combination squares. I have a couple. They're just slots in the wood. This one gauge has a nice home because he's, you know, nice brass gauge. And there's a cheaper one back here, which I happen to just have, so he's just a hole drilled in. I was thinking about whether or not I was going to hang this up. I think I kind of like it up here, but if you bang something in the shop, it can fall off. So I might hang that, just drill another notch in here, cut a notch in here like I did for that, hang it in here. But again, it's all right here at hand. Chisels, rasp, marking knives, and cutting knives, cabinet scraper, they're all just right here. So anyhow, that's a little bit of a look around the shop. And my mom's calling me, so you can probably hear that in the video. See ya.